Hey guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, I am Milk and this is Milk Astrology, and today we are going to be doing another weekly tarot video. I did not do my weekly tarot video last week, and if you guys saw my social media, it was because my dog was sick and I was up really late all weekend at the vet, and my dog is better now. And then this week my godfather did pass away from coronavirus, and on top of that my dog had an accident yesterday where he got injured, but he's okay now. It's just been a really weird week, and then on top of that I'm trying to learn how to drive and keep up with my Patreon, so it's just, I needed a weekend to myself, or as much as I could to myself while still working. So yeah, all of that was just crazy, and I would also like to take a side note and mention that if you sign 55156, the word justice, you can help petition for Ahmed Arbery, who did not get treated like a human being recently, and all of this came to light last week, and I'm sure everyone's heard about it, but just because people talk about it doesn't mean that they're actually doing anything. And I just feel like if you're watching this video, you can quickly just text 55156, the words justice. It helps sign a petition automatically. And I know, yeah, the people that murdered him, some of them are in jail, but they haven't gotten sentenced yet, and I think the more people sign, the more it helps. So if you could just do that before you scroll this video, please just hear me out. Just take 5 seconds to text, and I know that maybe that's not going to do much, but at least you're doing something. So so for air signs, please apply your rising sign. I would prefer you apply your ascendant. So reading is for technically Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius risings. You can apply your sun, moon, Mars, Venus. I would just prefer you apply your right. King of Wands reversed, which talks about being impulsive. It talks about being a bit reckless, about not seeing things through thoroughly. There's a lot of high expectations overall that you're feeling. I think King of Wands reverse is kind of about not seeing the full picture. It's not seeing about what's right in front of you, or what you should be looking at. 7 of Pentacles reversed. So again, not really seeing the full picture. This seems like to be a theme this week for air signs. I think you're getting ahead of yourself. You want something, but you're not willing to receive it in the way that it's coming to you. I feel like it needs to be on your terms, or it needs to be this idea in your head, and it feels like you're just not looking at things clearly. I think your head is not in the right headspace, and I just think you're not able to see what's going on in front of you right now. Again, with this really weird theme, 7 of Wands, it looks like you're just so focused on details, or you're so focused on you're putting all of your energy into something, and it's like this fruitless thing. And I don't know if like that's something that you want to hear. I don't think this is like a easy reading, but I think truthfully you're putting all of your energy somewhere where it doesn't need to be. You're wasting your time, and I don't think that you want to face this, because I feel like you're so focused, you're so stubborn about what you want, or what that end goal is to you, that you're willing to do anything to receive it. And I think unfortunately just the thing that you want is not something that you're thinking through. I think you're being impulsive right now. You are acting on a whim. You made up your mind about something that you just thought of maybe within the last 24 hours, and now you've convinced yourself that it is the end all be all of like what you need in life. But I feel like there's this theme of you just like being tired. Like you're tired right now, and I think this is why you're putting all of your eggs in one basket, because you don't want to have to like deal with the fact that you're not thinking thoroughly. I think you're trying to cut corners. You're not really being 100 right now. And then I also have 10 of Swords. So you're going through a devastating loss right now. There's this sense of like an abrupt ending, and this could be why you're so focused on details. You're focused on these minute little things, and they're not things that are benefiting your long-term picture, your long-term goals. I think you're trying to get something done, but you don't actually even know what you want right now. And I think instead of taking time to just heal and like take a break, you're feeling like you need to do the most right now. I don't know what it is that you're doing, but you're overextending your energy and you're coming out empty-handed, and you need to be mindful of maybe changing your approach. I think you need to probably just put things down for a while and pick them up later. I think the things that you want right now aren't really things that are best for you. I think they're just things that feel or sound good in the moment. I also have this card, Dance with Life. Do something to change your energy. And I just feel like that is kind of the theme for this week. Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini risings. I feel like you need to switch up the way that you're going about things, because the way that you're going about things isn't getting you where you want to be. I think you also need to kind of come to a point of really just waking up and realizing that the things that you wanted maybe they're not there right now. And I know that sounds kind of tough love, and I'm sorry, but I just feel like the things that you want aren't always what you need, and that's something that you kind of have to hard pill to swallow right now, because I just overall feel like you're going about things in a way that is making you tired. It is running you into the ground, and the way that you continue to go is fruitless. It's not bringing you anywhere. So you need to kind of reevaluate, okay, well, maybe I do have to let something go. And I'm not saying like give up on your dreams or give up on your aspirations, but I think you are avoiding something this week, and you need to figure out why all of your energy is going in one direction when it should be going like evenly distributed, because you're kind of not in the right headspace. And this is why this oracle card is my favorite for this reading, because it says do something to change your energy. You need to switch up your energy because it is not beneficial to you right now. Overall, if you liked this video, if it was helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Comment below, tell me what you thought about this video versus 2 weeks ago. Tell me what you did last week, how your last week was. And again, I apologize for missing out on last week. Please text me if you're still watching, or not text me. Comment below if you texted 55156 the words justice to help the petition for Ahmed. And please don't forget to subscribe and turn on all of your post notifications, because I post videos once a week every Saturday. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Okay, so for earth signs, this is Capricorn risings, Virgo risings, or Taurus risings. I would prefer that you apply your rising sign. You can apply your sun, moon, Mars, or Venus. I just feel like the rising sign will be the most accurate for you. I do have the Great Gathering. It's all coming together, intuitive hits, soul tribe. And that sounds very nice, but it seems like there is a lot of tension right now. I have 7 of Wands, so it looks like there's a lot of conflict. It almost feels like you're trying to please people, or being presented with options, or you don't know which direction to go in, because I have 7 of Cups reversed as well. And I think that there's tension amongst making a decision about something this week, and it seems like it's something that you don't really want to make, because I also have King of Swords reversed, and then I have 8 of Cups reversed. So King of Swords is like, you're not really wanting to be honest about this. I think you're gonna have to hurt some people's feelings, or you're gonna have to let some people down to be honest with yourself, and I think that's going to be something that you're trying to avoid. So you're escaping 8 of Cups into yourself, and you're trying to like recede into yourself and shut people out. But it looks like you're being pressured to please other people, and I think there's going to be like this sense of temptation with wanting to recede into yourself or lie about what it is that you want, instead of just being truthful or upfront about it. I think it's almost like it's so overwhelming that you'd rather just pretend it doesn't exist, but by doing so, it's making you a lesser version of yourself. So ultimately, it feels like don't let people back you into a corner this week, but you also can't tell people what they want to hear just because it sounds good or because it's easy, because sometimes the easy way in the long run is going to be more painful and more hurtful than it needs to be. So unfortunately, you might need to upset people this week. You might need to live your truth. You might need to defy pleasing people that maybe you really love and you really want to support and you want them to be proud of you. But I think right now the most important thing this week is that you need to be proud of yourself. You need to please yourself, but don't be manipulative. Don't be deceitful. Like, just be honest about what you want. Even, I know that maybe that sounds easier than it's like said than done, but like maybe the things that you're scared about admitting you want, aren't actually as scary as you think they are. I think you just are not used to being very vocal about putting yourself first. So yeah, again, it looks like it's very themed around your family. I feel like this situation themed around like friends or family, overall like a social group or like a social setting kind of thing. So yeah, that's my reading for you guys. But again, I don't really feel like this is detrimental. I feel like this is just mostly about you needing to wake up. Overall, if you liked this video, if it was helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Comment below, tell me what you thought about this video versus 2 weeks ago. Tell me what you did last week, how your last week was. And again, I apologize for missing out on last week. Please text me if you're still watching, or not text me. Comment below if you texted 55156 the words justice to help the petition for Ahmed. And please don't forget to subscribe and turn on all of your post notifications, because I post videos once a week every Saturday. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Fire signs, I would prefer you apply your rising, but this reading is for technically Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo risings. It can be for Sun, Moon, Mars, or Venus. I would just prefer your rising signs. And this is kind of a good read. I don't think this is as bad as my other readings. So I have King of Pentacles. I feel like money is something that is, I don't want to say it's coming easier for you right now, because we're all dealing with quarantine, and I don't want to be the douchebag that gives you a reading talking about how great money is right now when I know what the economy looks like. But it does seem like you are comfortable, because it looks like you are in a financial or positive career position, or you are just capable of making money on your own, whether that's like selling readings online like me, or just something where you're able to maybe reselling Etsy, or I don't know, eBay stuff. That's what I meant to say. Because Three of Wands is talking about just overall like a fruitfulness in careers. I'm getting this strong sense of just like you being independent. And it's also talking about you doing better as a person. You're growing. I think you're taking lessons in stride, and I think you're just overall improving who you are. You're also making, I don't want to be like you're making money moves, but I feel like you are in a way making money moves. I feel like the things that you want are actually working out for you, and I think it's like a pleasant surprise. This is like a pleasantly surprising week. I think the things I think you're going into this week with very low expectations, and I think you're going to be leaving this week with like stronger expectations. Yeah. But I also have Queen of Swords, which talks about establishing clear boundaries and being very emotionally sound about what you want, who you are. And Nine of Swords, discussing deep-seated fears, feelings of like maybe loss of control or anxiety. And I think this is interesting because it looks like you're not allowing yourself to have good things. Like it looks like things are trying to work out for you, or things are trying to not be as bad as they are, but you're in this sense of like panic. You're in the sense of, I need to be independent. I need to like get my stuff together. I don't want to have to rely on anyone. I want to be the only person I can trust is myself. And this is very fire energy in its finest. But at the same time, I just feel like you're self-sabotaging like the things that want to work out for you and that you actually deserve. It's almost like you worked hard and you're being rewarded for your hard work that you actually invested time and energy in. It's not like you just cut corners and then you're getting rewarded and you're feeling guilty about it. Like you're feeling guilty about getting positivity back from the universe that you've put into the universe. And it's very like, why are you self-sabotaging? I think you're scared of being dependent on something positive because you don't want to be let down again. And that's kind of the theme for this week for you. I think you're waiting for the other shoe to drop, but I think the other shoe is you, as stupid as it sounds. And I just feel like you need to accept good things as easily as you can accept bad things happening to you, because I feel like for some reason you're in this like survival mode and it's not getting you where you need to be. You can't live waiting for the other shoe to drop. Sometimes you need to enjoy the good things as well as, you know, learning how to deal with the bad things. And I just feel like that should be something that you keep in mind this week, because overall it doesn't seem like a bad week, but it seems like you're trying to make it a bad week. I also have The initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. Not too sure about this meaning, and I'm kind of lazy to look up the meaning of this, but I will for the sake of this video. Rite of passage in general is just like things, you know, are coming together. But yeah, I just feel like overall this week you need to take a deep breath, and you need to also like identify, why am I so set on only accepting things if they're negative into my life? Like maybe you need to take a breather. Things can still be good when things are bad. Like there's still room for things to always be better. So I just think you need to take a deep breath, and you need to really just be gentle with yourself this week, because I feel like you're in like a survival mode. You're in like a shutdown, like I need to do everything on my own mode, and I think that's not always the best way to go. Like definitely assert yourself and put clear boundaries forward, but don't act like you can't do anything like reliant on others. Like don't act like you can't have help or that you can't depend on others, because you can. So that's my reading for you. Overall, if you liked this video, if it was helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Comment below, tell me what you thought about this video versus 2 weeks ago. Tell me what you did last week, how your last week was. And again, I apologize for missing out on last week. Please text me if you're still watching, or not text me. Comment below if you texted 55156 the words justice to help the petition for Ahmed. And please don't forget to subscribe and turn on all of your post notifications, because I post videos once a week every Saturday. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Water signs, this is for my water risings, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, but you can apply your Sun, Moon, Mars, rising, Venus. I think I just said rising twice. So yeah, so I have strength, which is talking about courage, resilience, pushing forward when you don't want to, not giving up, not backing down. I also have 8 of Cups, which talks about, oh, it's reversed, my bad. It's talking about trying one more time. I think you were disappointed or let down, and I think there's a lot of parts of you that don't really want to try again, and I think you're trying to make something work. You're trying to not give up. I also have Temperance, which talks about balance, which talks about moderation, which talks about equality but mostly harmony. And then I also have 5 of Wands, which talks about conflict with people. And I feel like a lot of this is telling me you're having issues with other people. I feel like you've been a sponge lately. Maybe the past 2 weeks, because I know I didn't post last week, so I don't know. But I feel like you've been a sponge for everyone else's emotions but your own. And you've been in these situations where you've been like absorbing and absorbing and absorbing, and I don't think that you've been getting any kind of gratification or any kind of relief for yourself. And it seems like you're putting everyone before you, and I think you're telling yourself you need to push through it, you need to keep trying. Like, I think you're trying to like fix someone or make something work with someone, and the things that you need to realize is that if people want to do something, they will. So I'm just saying, be mindful of that going forward. I don't think you should ever give up on something that you believe in or that you want. You should never give up on your dreams, your aspirations, but you should never also give up on yourself. So if you feel like this situation is putting you in this mood where you need to like overextend your time and energy to people who are kind of ungrateful or unappreciative, maybe you should give up on that. And I'm not trying to be like a douchebag here, but I just feel like be mindful of the people that you're giving your energy to, because I don't know if they're mindful of your energy, and that's important. And you can tell yourself as many excuses as you want about the people that you care about, but if at the end of the day you don't feel like you're being taken care of, you're allowed to also have the courage to accept that and put boundaries forward to protect yourself. You have to put yourself first sometimes. Not all the time, but you can't help others if you can't help yourself. And then I have Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. I feel like I feel like this is a long time coming. I feel like you know that the situation might be kind of fruitless, which is why you have Eight of Cups reversed, because you're kind of frustrated and you want to give up, but you're still trying. I think things are aligning in the way, like they're coming together in the way that you want them to, but you need to be honest with yourself about what it is that you want. You can't act like everything's fine when it's not. And I know you like doing that, but you can't. So yeah, that was my overall reading. Overall, if you liked this video, if it was helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Comment below, tell me what you thought about this video versus 2 weeks ago. Tell me what you did last week, how your last week was. And again, I apologize for missing out on last week. Please text me if you're still watching, or not text me. Comment below if you texted 55156 the words justice to help the petition for Ahmed. And please don't forget to subscribe and turn on all of your post notifications, because I post videos once a week every Saturday. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video.